Hello everyone, it's me Syed Muhammad Uns Ali, a student in MSc in Computer Science and Technology with Business Development. Today I will present my business analysis fundamental project on Apple for our business module. I will explain why I chose Apple, how I analyze its environment using PESTEL and Porter's 5 forces, and the key challenges I identified and the strategic recommendations I propose to drive future growth. Let's begin with the introduction. Apple was founded in April 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Reagan. Since it has grown into one of the world's most valuable companies, Apple designs and sells iPhones, Mac computers, iPads, wearables like the Apple Watch, and the digital services such as Apple Music and iCloud. Its success rests on 3 pillars: innovative industrial design and better user experience, and a loyal customer base. In an industry defined by rapid change, Apple continuously reinvents itself to stay at the cutting edge. Reasons for choosing Apple: I chose Apple for four main reasons. First, as a public company, it provides extensive financial and operational data, which makes analysis both severe and transparent. Secondly, its diverse product portfolio in hardware, software, and services, giving multiple angles for strategic insights. Third, Apple invests heavily in R&D, over $25 billion in 2024 alone, particularly in emerging fields like artificial intelligence and augmented reality. So finally, Apple moves into health wearables. For example, the ECG features on the Apple Watches, and highlights its ability to enter new markets and create revenue streams beyond traditional devices. And moving to the next slide, macro analysis. To understand Apple's external environment, I applied a PESTEL framework. Politically, we can see ongoing trade tensions between US and China create uncertainty around tariffs and supply chain costs. And economically, Apple premium pricing strategy supports strong profit margins but can limit volume growth in regions experiencing economic slowdown. Socially, consumers demand sustainability and data privacy, areas where Apple has positioned itself as an industry leader. Technologically, we can see rapid advances in AI and AR and machine learning for Apple to continually innovate. And environmentally, Apple has committed to using 100% renewable energy and runs aggressive recycling programs legally. It heightened antitrust scrutiny around its App Store commissions, and it presents significant regulatory risk. And moving to the PESTEL bar chart, we can see that, as we see in the bar chart, the impact on Apple. Here, technology scores 9 out of 10, followed by a political factor at 8, economical and legal factors score 7, where social comes in at 6 and environmental at 7. And we can see clearly that R&D investments and geopolitical shifts are the most critical external forces shaping Apple's strategy. So, moving to the next slide, micro analysis. I use Porter 5 forces to assess industry competition. Threat of new entrants is low to high, where capital requirements and strong brand loyalty keeps newcomers out. Supplier power is high, since Apple relies on a few specialized chips and display manufacturers. Buyer power is moderate, so Apple ecosystem fosters loyalty, but well-informed customer have alternatives in Android phones and Windows PCs. And moving to the next slide, we can see that the 5 forces bar chart, in which we can see industry rivalry peaks at 9 out of 10, underscoring fierce competition. Threat of new entrants such as just 3, highlighting the barriers to entry. The other forces fall between 6 to 8, illustrating where Apple faces moderate to high pressure. This chart helps us to pinpoint which strategic tools Apply must manage carefully. So moving to the next challenges and improvement areas. For these analysis, identified 5 challenges. First, supply chain risk arises from dependence on single source suppliers, and secondly, price sensitivity is in emerging markets like India and Latin America limits Apple reach, and thirdly, regulatory pressure, particularly antitrust cases against the App Store, and threatens service revenue. And we can move to the fourth and last, which says that balancing rapid innovation with regulatory compliance, especially in health tech, requires careful coordination. And finally, imitation risk from competitors copying design cues and services bundles could ruin Apple's unique positioning. So Moving to the next slide, strategic proposal, we can see that to address these challenges, I have used 4 strategic moves using anti-soft metrics for market penetration, bundle app music, TV Plus, and arcade at a discounted rate to drive subscription growth. For market development, I have used launch a lower cost iPhone SE variant and entry level variables in price sensitive regions. For product development, we can see we have introduced AR smart glasses and next generation medical wearables with advanced health monitoring features. And for this diversification, explore entry into electric vehicles and integrated smart home hubs, and also leverage Apple's ecosystem and design expertise. So on implementation roadmap, we can see that on phase 1, from first to third month, conduct detailed market research, finalize partnership with suppliers and regulators. From phase 2, 4 to 12 months, develop prototypes for AR glasses and medical wearables, run pilot programs in select markets. And for phase 3, from 13 to 24 months, we can go to scale up manufacturing, launch global marketing campaigns, and monitor performance and continuous improvements. Through all phases, establish a dedicated compliance team to navigate GDPR, HIPAA, and other regulations. So, and moving to the conclusion, in short, Apple is a strong brand, innovation and seamless ecosystem keep it ahead. But challenges like supply chain issues and competition remain. By offering affordable hardware, bundling services, and exploring new areas like AR glasses and health wearables, Apple can continue to grow. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. Bye bye.